How to install your new WEMO Smart Video Doorbell. Before installing your WEMO Smart Video Doorbell, let's make sure your home is compatible. Here are 3 questions to help confirm it's the right product. Do you have an Apple Home Hub? You will need a hub to control HomeKit devices. This can be a HomePod, Apple TV 3rd generation or later, or an iPad with iOS 10 or later. Any of these connected to the same Wi-Fi network as the doorbell will allow you to take advantage of many of the doorbell's features: access when away from the home, face recognition, and home app automations. Do you have high-speed internet and an iPhone 7 or newer? Or an iPad with the latest operating system? You'll need one of those to set up and control the doorbell within the Apple Home app. Do you have an existing home doorbell with a mechanical chime and between 16-volt and 24-volt power from a transformer? Your doorbell and transformer might look different from these. If your home doesn't have either of those, you might still be able to install the WEMO Smart Video Doorbell, but it'll require extra steps that might require a professional electrician's help. In this video, we will show you how to install the WEMO Smart Video Doorbell in a home that meets the requirements. For more on how to install in a home that doesn't meet the requirements, search for the Smart Video Doorbell at belkin.com/support. If your home is compatible, let's get started. You'll need a Phillips screwdriver and a drill with the appropriate bit for the mounting surface, along with everything that came in the box with the doorbell. Some things that might be helpful: a pencil, pliers, a bubble level or leveling app, a mallet or hammer. Now, find your mechanical chime box. Press your existing doorbell button and listen for where the chime sound comes from. This is your home's chime box. It is usually mounted near the ceiling, often in the pantry, kitchen, or hallway. Now that you've found the chime box, go shut off the power to the appropriate circuit breaker or breakers. Next, we need to install the power kit that maintains the appropriate flow of electricity between your doorbell and the chime. Remove the cover of the chime box. Find the terminals in your home's chime box labeled trans and front. Slightly loosen these screws with a screwdriver. Pick up the provided power kit. Slide the wire ends from the power kit onto the front and trans terminals, making sure the existing wires remain connected. Use a screwdriver to tighten the screws by hand. Either wire can connect to either terminal. Use the adhesive on the back of the power kit to attach it to the side of the chime. Make sure the wires and power kit are not interfering with other parts of the chime box. Place the cover back on the chime box. If you do not want to hear your existing doorbell chime, you have options. If you're using iOS 14 or later, you can simply turn off the chime doorbell setting in the Apple Home app after setup. If you're using iOS 13 or earlier, it's a bit more involved. Go to www.wemo.com/doorbell/bypass chime to see how to use the chime bypass to avoid damaging your doorbell. Now let us move on to replacing your existing doorbell. Unscrew your existing doorbell. Slightly pull out the 2 exposed wires so they don't fall back into the wall. Disconnect the wires. Be sure the surrounding area is clear of debris and is flat. Pull out the 2 exposed wires and bend the ends so they can easily hook around the terminal screws. Place the bracket with the exposed wires pulled through the large center hole. Use a bubble level or leveling app to ensure the bracket is straight. Mark your screw holes. If you're mounting on concrete, stucco, or brick, use the masonry drill bit and the 2 provided wall anchors. Hammer the wall anchors into the drilled holes lightly if needed. If you're mounting on wood or another soft surface, use a standard 5/64" or 2mm bit to drill. Anchors not necessary. If you want the doorbell to point straight ahead, install the bracket now. Use a screwdriver to screw the bracket into the wall with the 2 long mounting screws. If you want it at an angle, place the wedge first, facing the way you want the doorbell to point. Use a screwdriver to screw the wedge into the wall with the 2 long mounting screws. Install the bracket on top of the wedge with the 2 short mounting screws. Slightly loosen the 2 terminal screws on the bracket. Hook the wire ends around the terminal screws and use a screwdriver to tighten them by hand. Either wire can connect to either terminal. Push the wires back into the wall. Slide the doorbell onto the bracket from the top and snap it in from the bottom. Use the provided screwdriver to screw in the security screw at the bottom of the doorbell. Turn the power back on. Now it's time to add your doorbell to the Apple Home app. Wait for the status light and light bar on the doorbell to turn blue. Hold the upper back of your phone near the status light on the doorbell. Adjust your phone angle until setup prompts appear on your phone. Follow prompts. During these prompts, turn on the chime doorbell toggle if you want to hear your home's chime sound. If you don't see setup prompts on your phone, add a new accessory in the Apple Home app. Tap the plus sign in the top right corner. Select Add Accessory. Then select I don't have a code or cannot scan. You'll have to manually enter the 8-digit HomeKit code on the back of the setup guide that came with your doorbell. And that's it. Now that you've installed the WEMO Smart Video Doorbell, you can try out a number of convenient features. You'll get a notification asking you to answer the doorbell and turn on the live camera. From the live camera view, you can see who's at your door and speak with your visitor. You can answer your WEMO Smart Video Doorbell on any connected iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, or HomePod. Your camera's history stores securely saved video when someone rings the doorbell or the doorbell detects motion. You'll need a supported iCloud plan. Go to your home settings and invite other users to share access to your video doorbell. We hope you enjoy your WEMO Smart Video Doorbell and the convenience and security it brings to your home.